And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another part of From the Principal's Desk report. A few things that I'd like to talk about that we've already had in past events and some of the events that are coming forward. So the first one I'd like to make special mention of was our St Patrick's Day Mass. We were so fortunate to have Archbishop Coleridge who celebrated the Mass, but also three old boy priests in Father Joe, Father Bernie and Father Brian, and also our local parish priest in Father Joseph who celebrated with us. It was a great time. We also had some past Christian Brother principals and Christian brothers as well. And that was followed up on the same day with our Great Morven Race, which is a tradition that we've been running here since the 1980s. At the Mass, we also celebrated our year of service, or launched our year of service, should I say. And many of you, I hope, have had the opportunity to see that on our Facebook page and our school website, the recording that we used to launch. This week there's been also a very busy week with regards to running interviews for Year 7s who wish to join us in 2024, and we will be able to send out those letters to the students who were interviewed by the last day of next week. Also, we've had this week a number of staff and student surveys, feedback surveys, staff satisfaction surveys, which is a part of our feedback process cycle over a number of years, and also our transition surveys for students who have started in Year 5 this year and in Year 7. And we'll do that on an annual basis to get an idea of some of the challenges that we might need to look into, and also some of the affirmations and some of the great things that are happening in that space. Last week, we also had an opportunity to welcome back our Year 12 students from last year who were meant to receive their awards at our award ceremony this year for our students at the college, with our students at the college. But unfortunately, COVID didn't allow us to be able to do that. So we decided to have a separate event for them and their families, and we had it during an evening in the Waterford building, and it was a lovely evening. And so we presented our ducks at the college and also all of our separate subject award winners. We're also very fortunate to have the Hardiman family present the Tom Hardiman Medal to 8 of our students as well on that evening. I'd also like to thank all of the families for your generous donations in our Green and Gold Day last week. We raised $5,000 amongst the student body. There are another couple of things that we're going to do. We'll be able to top that amount up. And what we intend to do is to buy a number of vouchers and hand them to Give It, who I believe is the charity group that look after our local families who have been affected by the floods, particularly those who are not insured. And so they'll be able to buy things that they need using those vouchers. A couple of events coming forward just to keep your eye on. Tomorrow night we've got the trivia night for our cultural support group. All monies raised by that goes to the cultural support group to offer opportunities to further improve our students in our cultural activities that we offer at the school. Next week we have a Year 5 camp, and I appreciate that there's been a lot going around or spoken of COVID recently. Just a little bit of information about our own school. Our numbers certainly had peaked earlier this week. Our numbers at the moment seem to be dropping. The interesting part about COVID, you may have seen on the news last night, is it's also come with what they're calling a super flu. So there are another virus going around that has the symptoms of COVID, but it's not necessarily COVID. So our numbers of students absentee peaked at around 400 earlier in the week, and they're now dropping over time. Our Year 11 and 12 students also will not be at school next week as well, because they've started their flexi block where they're presenting or getting organised for their assessments and completing exams over that particular period of time. So we wish them all the best. They will be back on Friday, as all students will be back on Friday for our inter-school cross-country carnival, which will be held at Curlew Park. I'd like to thank all of the students and families for your involvement in all of our sport, our AIC sport, AFL, swimming, volleyball and cricket in Term 1. Congratulations to all of the students for the way that you participated, attended trainings and played the games in the spirit that we'd expect from the St Patrick's and in the AIC competition. We are now starting trials this Saturday, in fact, for football and rugby, and our cross-country team has been in training as well. So term 2 be a big seasons of football, rugby and cross country, and I look forward to seeing many of you on the sidelines and many of our students playing in that. Traditionally, it's a big term of student participation. So thanks everyone. I hope that you've had a great week to date. I hope that you have a great week next week, and certainly enjoy your holidays over the Easter break. Thank you.